Hey guys, what's up? It's Deniz from Deniz World of Bodybuilding. Today I want to talk about Jay Cutler actually. So I saw that Jay Cutler video he posted I think yesterday, where he talked about winning the Olympia and actually his emotions when he won the title. It was kind of interesting, I would say, because you probably would think that that when you win the Olympia title, you feel like you're the greatest person in the world. But it wasn't the case for Jay, and maybe it's not the case for lots of people. You know, there are not lots of people who win it, but for the winners of the Olympia, at least after that winning day. So first, let's start, with this picture. Obviously, his biggest rival was Ronnie Coleman for all those years. Okay, Ronnie Coleman was so huge, so big. He was so unique that he always had an orientation for the Olympia. Hey, Ronnie's getting bigger. He got X pounds. I need X plus 1 pounds. He is that shredded. I need to be that shredded plus 1 to beat him. He has that routine. I have to have a better routine to win. So he always had an orientation going into the Olympia. But by the way, this is like Ronnie, Coleman looked in off season. So he was bloated like, too, but he was so muscular that even, he could be fat and still look spectacular. That was the difference between him and Shawn Rhoden. I think you may even know it, but I wanted to still say it. So those were the guys, and look, I love him with the sunglasses and everything. There will be no Ronnie anymore, I think. And this was the year 2006 where Jay Cutler won the title, and Ronnie actually looks how you say it, he's content with it. He actually does not look disappointed. Okay, he actually looks like he's fine with Jay winning. Because he knew that he will win. Jay Cutler said himself that before they announced the winner, Ronnie said to Jay, whispered in his ear, "You won the contest. You're Mr. Olympia." So actually that was a great gesture. And all that rivalry ended at this night. But it wasn't great for Jay emotionally or mentally, because he hated winning it. Because he had no orientation anymore. He was the guy everybody were chasing. He was the orientation for other people. So he had nobody where he could say, okay, I need to pack on X pounds, or I even have to slim down a little bit. He didn't have that orientation anymore. Anything could be wrong, anything could be fine. I think that's the biggest obstacle that those Mr. Olympia winners have to go through. And this is from 2005, where Ronnie was still the champ. Look how amazing he was, Jay too, but Ronnie and Jay, they were just crazy. And look how he looks like he's at the wrong contest, and he's still huge, they were really crazy. It's Gustavo Badell. I want to say that, do you remember the pumping iron scene? And this picture is great too. So they really respected each other, even though they were huge rivals. So they were different than Phil Heath and Kai Green. You would never see such a picture with those two, because they had so much respect for each other that at a guest posing, you're not competing, you're not winning a title. You're just there to have fun and to entertain people. So they were, so respectful and enjoyed the time being together. So I think that was a great rivalry. Very great rivalry. Maybe even the greatest. Yeah. And this picture is describing it very well too. And this is bad Photoshop. There is a real picture of it, but the guy just badly Photoshopped it, and I just took it. and write, this is obviously not photoshopped and this looks great too. So I think that with Shawn Rhoden coming to the Olympia 2019 at the end of the video, Shawn Rhoden has to play a little poker, like Jay did, because he has no orientation. He has no, he's first now. There is no other guy, above him where he could say, okay, I need to pack on muscle, I need to lose weight, or I need to do both and, come in more shredded with more muscle. So he's playing poker. Should he do this? Should he do that? At the end, it might be a good decision or a bad one. And that's I think what is the toughest thing actually after you got Mr. Olympia to defend it. It's at least as tough, maybe even tougher than to win the Olympia, I think. And I'm pretty sure about it. I think Jay Cutler would sign my words for this one. So I get why Jay Cutler hates it being Mr. Olympia. And I think that he talks about this part. I think he loved, obviously, the business around it. But it was different for him after Ronnie retired. And he was Ronnie now, okay? And people chased him. And he was, do you remember the pumping iron scene? The wolf on the hill is not as hungry as the wolf who's climbing the hill. That's exactly the same thing. It was always the case. But Arnold said back then, and Ronnie probably would say it too, if the wolf was hungry, he just gets food. He grabs the food he has on the hill, okay? So it's a big picture where you should, consider every puzzle piece. So this was my 2 cents. Let's see what decisions Shawn Rhoden and his team will make if they want to come in bigger, fuller, or anything else. And what do you think about this video? If you share my words, then give it a thumb up, or if you liked it, give it a thumb up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumb down. Comment it, and obviously subscribe to my channel. Have to get 3,000. Bye.